Okay, I started a video and then I got a phone call and it rang through on my iPad, so we'll see what happens here. Happy birthday to my mother-in-law Ada Hatch, who is 91. This video is not about that, but I'm just saying that. So this is the one that I started, I think 3 days ago, and it was in the evening 3 days ago that I glued together toilet paper cores, not glued, masking taped over the seam, cut it on the seam that was the toilet paper core, and made this band. And then I masking taped other toilet paper cores together, laid them out like a sheet, traced where I wanted it, cut it, and then ran the masking tape over here, both inside and outside, to bring these two together so that the walls had a floor. So yesterday I worked on getting the layers on the insides, inside overlapping, this part overlapping, and the center, and getting about 3 or 4 layers of this paper that I don't usually use as a finishing paper. This was a catalog, and someone mentioned tissue paper, which I can't wait to see what they do, and I've seen some that look amazing with that. I just did one where I finished the bottom with the tissue paper, and I liked it. But for me, I like the core to be really solid, so I like to use magazines to get the core solid. I mean, that is super solid. Could be a musical instrument, right? So I decided for my finishing on this, I was going back and forth between light gray and some earth tones. I ended up finding like a cobblestone type of a looking house in a magazine, and so I have put together darks, lights, and greens, and I was thinking to do green. So my thoughts have been to do a little bit of a half and half with sort of a line that's not even, like not half and half like this, but maybe half and half like this. As you see, I'm saying maybe because it unfolds as I do it, with this being the contrast that is like the vein, the quartz vein in between. There's where my thoughts went. So I'm actually starting on the inside. I like to start on the inside. I don't know why. I don't think you have to. So, but I do always like to get the glue on both sides of the paper that I'm putting in there. Sorry. So to put glue on the bottom, I generally put it in on here. Then once I press the paper, then I paint some more glue. And so I started to talk about something and I don't even know why that came to my mind. So maybe I won't talk about it this time. I have different ringtones for different ones of my kids, and boy, does it help me when we're in the busy season with our motel and cottages and inn. I'm calling it an inn because we haven't served breakfast due to COVID for one thing, but also with having the motel and cottages, it's been pretty challenging to be able to serve breakfast. Oh, and I was going to say on these magazine pieces here, I have been cutting them instead of tearing them because it seems like with the magazine piece, because there's a different color on the other side, you're sort of getting that edge, which would make this not have its full color. It would make, like this piece would end up having a white line, which I didn't want. So for this finishing area, I cut the pieces so that they'd be a fuller color, throughout. If that makes any sense. I think it does. Hopefully this video is okay with instrumental music. Who likes peeling glue off your fingers? I love doing that. Isn't that strange? Here's my signature too, right? Sinus congestion. I guess I'm thinking a little bit more about placement on this one because it's got such beautiful photography art, I guess you could say. It's like 50 degrees out today. That's nice. I'm still staying in the house. The drips are not a big thing right now. I will go around with the brush at the end and try to smooth that out and not have drips like that. I can't wait till my resin comes. I ordered some because I haven't used it in a while, but man, I love it. The other day I watched a video on YouTube about a lady who let her resin set and then formed it over something. Use that as a mold. Oh my gosh, I'm very inspired by that. So I wonder how everybody's doing today. I hope your day's going good. I hope there's a measure of joy and peace and something about your life today. Thinking about Thanksgiving, of course, and being thankful. Finding those things to be thankful about. So when I go over the edge, I try to get the glue on the bottom, of course. Get some more glue on the top and get it bending. Yeah, so we'll do that. See, there's my overlap. I'm going to overlap another one here. Usually when I'm doing the inside, sometimes I'll, at the end, I'll go around the outside and just look at how the overlap is looking and place some random pieces and make sure that it's filled. Because doing the inside is a good time for drying for the over edge also. Yesterday I listened to Rob Bell. Oh my gosh, I've missed listening to him. It was the introduction to joy. It was so good. Of course, it's always so good. Counselor years ago suggested that I listen to The Gods Are Not Angry, which was like an hour and a half long for sure. And at the time, I think it was a video that he lent us. Now it's on YouTube. You can watch it in maybe in parts, but I think it actually is on there in one part. It changed my life. It totally changed my life because it changed my thinking, which needed to change. So amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm so thankful for that. So yesterday I had a random thought to turn on Rob Bell, and I told my husband that I feel so much, that's weird to say, but I feel love towards Rob Bell, and I know he's just a messenger, and I'm just thankful that he chose to send that message. Of course, probably more effective is the unconventionalness of how he sends messages. At least to me at the time, it was unconventional. So I'm just thankful that I was in a place where I could hear it. Oof, that is a thing, isn't it? To be able to be in a place to be ready for the change and actually hear something that would move a person to, like me at the time, to hear something and move in the direction of that change. I think it's like, I feel like so much of that is our belief systems, like what do we believe? And we're sometimes stuck in a mode of belief that is not helpful to us. Stuck, and I don't know. So one of the things that crafting does for me, excuse me, is, hold on a second. Oh God, it gives me an exercise in my belief systems. And as I'm doing something like a craft, I think that, most of our thoughts on creating something go to how well we do it and how good it looks. And I mean, I have seen art that people have done, or crafts, that is perfect. I mean, like, the handiwork, the craftsmanship is just crazy amazing. I don't feel like my crafts are like that. Now, that right there also could just be a belief system, again, that I have adapted. But, I mean, I've heard artists such as our beautiful daughter, Caroline, who's an amazing, 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 amazing artist. Hear me, Caroline. She's not going to be happy about that. But anyway, she's amazing. And I've heard people like Caroline be unhappy with their work, and not, I mean, to the point of like despising it and wanting to discard it. I mean, I've seen that on TV, where somebody has worked on something and then they tear it apart, throw it away, whatever. And so in humility, gosh, this video. Sometimes I wonder why I'm doing it, but anyway, that I don't do it perfectly, that I don't do it maybe right, but I'm doing it. Looky there. I'm doing it. And so can you, and it's okay if it isn't perfect, And it's okay if it's has things that need to be fixed or tried again or whatever. It's okay. That's pretty much what that the gods are not angry thing was about, pretty much. Guess learning to love ourselves, huh? Yeah. Okay, signing off for the moment.